Yeah, good point. EJ. He back in Baton Rouge. I can't remember his last name. I looked him up the last time I went to Baton Rouge, and I was a kid. I mean, like it was a long time ago. And it was in the Highland subdivision. Yeah, I remember Jody as well. But going back to EJ, um,
You don't
gosh,
remember the last
we
name?
used to. That's what I was talking about. There was that big drainage ditch with the big sewer line that we used to walk across to go from one side to the other, so you could cross over and get to the little
It was
shopping
behind
mart.
his house?
There was a spot behind it where there was a big sewer line that had been drilled,
Well, that's,
and that's where the water moccasins and other things were when we were kids that we
well,
saw.
that's where all the garbage was drained into that ditch.
Well, it's where all the it was where the subdivision drained into, and there were two subdivisions back to back, and it was huge. It was rather expansive. It actually overflowed one year.
Well,
I had to.
were you there when it flooded?
Yeah, I was there when it flooded. It was deep. Like,
It got up to the garage.
yeah, it did. It went into the garage. We got like FEMA came down or whatever it was. They're handing out mops
Oh, I got a
and
check
weird
from
stuff.
somebody.
Yeah,
I had flood insurance
yeah, you did.
because it was a flood zone,
Uh huh.
and they sent me a check.
Yeah. What do you do with that check? Don't answer.
I cashed it and spent it.
I know.
I didn't fix the garage.
I know. I know.
You take it to more money than they gave me.
I know. Whatever happened to Heatherwood? Or the
What?
house? You just gave the house on Heatherwood away, didn't you?
No, I sold it to Stan Clark.
Oh, okay. Stan the man, Stan
Yeah,
Clark.
Stan the man.
I remember playing golf on the
And,
computer a lot.
He moved to somewhere in the south, to Mexico or somewhere. And then he died.
That was a shame. That's a shame. Oh well. Oh yeah, no. The others, we have good stories.
Right.
We were bringing up good stories.
Do you remember uh, what was his name? He was friends with Stan.
Chuck?
Johnny Reagan
No.
and Laurie Reagan.
Oh no, I remember the Reagans. We went and visited them in
Huh?
the Reagans. John and Lori, they were the ones that we
They
visited
moved
in
to
Atlanta.
Florida. They moved back home to Atlanta.
Yeah,
They lived in Decatur, Georgia,
yeah. No,
which was a suburb of Atlanta.
they were playing puzzle games. That's
Did I
what
take you to
he
your
was
house
into.
Decatur, Georgia.
Yeah, I went there once, I think. This is just so I have something to remember all this by.
Okay,
Because you're not forever, and my memory it can go.
well, mine can too.
I had an event this month. Like I had an event this summer. It's blurry, and I don't want to remember it. And I was dehydrated.
Somebody else.
Oh my god! But it's coming back now.
What?
Oh, I don't know. I had a stroke or something this summer. Like it wasn't good. Because I was driving around in circles trying to figure out what the hell just happened and where I need to be.
Well, what happened, why it flooded, was the drainage going
I
out
was
of the
losing a lot of
subdivision
control of things.
filled
There was
up,
nowhere
and it
to
started
be.
coming back up.
Sorry. Continue. The drainage was coming back up.
It was coming because there was just in our subdivision there were things the city had down there, manholes,
Yeah.
and water was coming up the manhole.
Yeah, that was during the flood.
Yeah, that's why it flooded.
Yeah, no, they couldn't. Yeah, the drainage just wasn't working. It was
weren't
just creating.
pumping the water out fast enough.
Yeah.
That's why I had to buy insurance because the city couldn't keep the water out.
It was Louisiana.
Huh?
You get into a rainy season, you get into flooding, you get into hurricanes. Drainage is like your number one thing. That's one of the
We
things
never went
American
through a
cities should be
hurricane.
known for.
We never went through a hurricane.
Good infrastructure matters.
We never went through a hurricane in Baton Rouge.
No, we didn't. That was just a tropical depression, and we were in a low-lying subdivision.
We
And
get a lot
flooded.
of rain, that's all we get.
Yeah. But now EJ, what was the thing with EJ? It was also his other neighbor, Kevin.
What?
No, not Kevin. Oh, what was his name? I only hung out with him like 2 or 3 times, but it doesn't
It
matter.
was EJ and Kevin.
Well, EJ and Kevin were the ones I ran around with.
Well,
But there was
y'all
another.
went to Wildwood together in school.
Yeah, no, all 3 of us did.
That's where you met them. Plus, they lived in the neighborhood.
Yeah. And we were all
Did
the
he play
same
that
age.
pitch with you?
Like yeah.
I think Kevin was.
We
on
were
it.
we were all there the day I burned my toe and like yeah,
Well,
no.
Kevin lived next door to us, whereas EJ lived.
And Kevin got bit by a snapping turtle.
He did.
Yeah, because we have a big drainage ditch that's filled with water moccasins, toads, and everything
And
else.
Snapping turtles.
Yeah, and snapping turtles. Like,
How'd you know it was a snapping turtle?
because it had the right, it was the markings on its face, it was the size of it.
Well, they have a lumpy turtle shell on the outside.
Yeah, and it bit his, wouldn't let go. Oh my God. And lawn darts. We played with lawn darts and everyone lived. We're not allowed to play with lawn darts anymore. They're pointy. Yeah.
We're supposed to get a soup today. I don't know what it is. And didn't serve one.
Yeah.
I think it's cream of tomato.
Oh my gosh. No, you don't. You usually turn your soups away. You don't like tomato soup.
I don't know. I soak them tomorrow.
Okay.
Well,
You always
I'll
send
eat the cream of mushroom. I like cream of mushroom.
them. I know. But you always send the tomato soup back.
I don't like tomatoes.
Tomato soup is fabulous. I think this is where we start having problems. I'm going to tell you, tomato soup is the best.
You like tomato soup?
I make a delicious tomato bisque with all kinds of medicinal
What do you
things.
use? You use V8 juice?
No. Stewed tomatoes, diced tomato. I throw in diced tomatoes too towards the end just to heat them up. I have some like fresh tomato in there. I actually like pulverize or slurry onion, celery, and carrots and put that in there too.
Cream
It's
of
kind
tomato
of
has
it's not
cream
supposed
in it.
it's not supposed to have and it's not supposed to be as thick as I make it, but I just want to put a little extra in it, and it has a lot of tomatoes and it's the right color. And I throw
guess
in
I gotta
cream
bring
at the
my
end.
Dinner after a while.
I even throw in at this
Did you
point.
eat lunch? Did you
I'm
eat
throwing.
something today?
Yeah, no, I had the $5 meal, the $5 box at Popeyes. That was my
Where
meal
at?
for the day. Popeyes, $5 box. That's
Where'd
my
you
meal
get it-
for the
Where you
day.
get it on $5 box?
Popeyes, it's their special right now.
What's the same? What's the Subway?
I don't know what's the Subway. I don't like them.
It's a
Sandwiches.
Subway.
Yeah, too much bread for me. Too much bread. I had too many carbs for this one anyway, because I had to try their mac and cheese, which, I mean, I don't know. I'm not getting that again, but it's good for. It's still It's not my mac and cheese. I can't do it. But for fast food mac and cheese, best. I'm calling it best because it's got real cheese on it, or it seems like it does.
We have Schlotsky's.
Yeah, I worked at a deli. Like if I want a
work at
sandwich,
Schlotsky's?
no, I worked at Cardinal Deli. Say what you will about it, I liked it best. Make a
What
sandwich.
did you serve there? I go there for
He
breakfast.
served everything. He had a full deli counter. He did his own butchering. Like he would butcher meat. Like that's real. There was a bandsaw. I was supposed to be doing more of that. I did it like once. I was like, ooh, danger, danger, Will Robinson. I'm going to lose a hand. But bandsaws are cool. Bandsaws on animals.
We have a
It's
slicer at
fun.
our house.
Yeah, no, I used the slicer and just about lost the tip of my thumb once there. No, I did lose. That was the first time I passed out because I was just sitting there bleeding after I lost my. I saw him just staring at it, and I had it below my heart, and I was just like,
A slicer.
oh no. Oh my God. And then I went to the sink to wash it away, and then there's just a little whirlpool of blood going all the way down. I was just like watching that, and I was just like, oh, thunk. And Eddie tried to hold me up, and I feel sorry for him.
Who?
Eddie, he tried to hold me up, but
Why? Did you slice your finger?
well, because I went pale in the face and I was staring at blood, and it creeped me out, and I was like, oh
Where
no,
you cut your finger?
and thunk over. Yeah, because I cut the tip of my thumb off. Like thunk
Oh, a meat slicer?
on a meat slicer, and I can't like it all grew back, so it's really neat.
Did you go see a doctor?
No. It's just a cut. And it just went to my fingernail. It's just a tip. See, that's funny. Just a tip.
Yeah.
You know, we'll edit all this down. These are just memories I want to verify with you. Ramblings. I want to remember good things. Because, you know.
Today
We've
is the
been-
3rd.
we've
Tomorrow's
been-
the 4th.
I'm divorced today. That happened after the long talk. I'm
I
happy.
didn't go to see art with